Hello, good evening. Good evening, CSE Warriors. And we are now live in Teacher Tala CSE TV. Welcome po sa ating channel. And it's going to rain, no? It's going to rain blessings today. So not just the weather, but also blessings. So napakaswerte nyo kung makikita nyo itong video na to kasi basic math. Math is one of my favorite subject and I love to teach math, especially the basic math. Nag-enjoy din po akong magtuturo niyan, especially sa mga nakababatang pamangkin, mga nakababatang kakilala. Gustong-gusto ko po talagang nagtuturo ng math, especially the basic operations. And I hope that I can also teach you to enjoy studying, learning basic math. So, napakadali po ng basic math at napakadali din po ng complex math kung na-master nyo yung basic math. So, we're going to start with the basic math. Ayan, hindi ko alam kung bakit ang late-late ko kanina. Okay, anyway, hindi ko pala na-maximize. So, matagal-tagal na din pong hindi po ako nakapag-live. Hindi na po tayo exclusive. Wala na po tayong exclusive group ngayon. I dissolved it and I've decided na mag-upload na lang ako ng video paminsan-minsan kasi nga hindi na po natin afford yung PF ng ating mga lecturers. Kaya I'm just going to upload videos as much or as the best that I can. Okay? Para po matulungan ko din po kayo. So, wala po tayong fixed na schedule. I'm just going to upload videos here. So, you have to subscribe para po ma-notify kayo whenever I uploaded or whenever I go live. So, wala pa po tayong viewers. But, that's okay since you can replay this video whenever you have time. Ayan. So, we are not going to wait further anymore. So, let us start with our lesson discussion today, the basic math. Okay. So, we have here addition of integers. We know that integers are numbers with signs, no? The positive and the negative numbers. So those numbers are called integers. So now we're going to learn how to add, to subtract, to multiply, and to divide integers. So natutunan natin to during our high school. And I think in the late grades of elementary, I don't know, but yung pamangkin ko na grade 5, tinuturuan ko siya kasi napaka-interesado niya kasi may mga negative talk tsaka positive yung mga numbers. So, baka interesting kasi nga bago sa kanilang paningin. So, but she's able to master it. She's able to learn it after I explained to her how to perform those operations or these operations. So we have addition of integers number 1. Add -2 plus -3. So just remember that in adding integers, you're going to add the same signs and then keep the sign. And then if it has 2 or it has different signs, you're going to subtract and then get the sign of the greatest or the biggest number. So for example, we have positive plus negative. So you have to subtract, minus. And then you get the sign of the greatest of the greater number. So we have a song for that. It goes like this. Same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. Take the sign of the greater number, then it will be exact. Ganon. So, same sign, add and keep the sign. Different signs, subtract. Take the sign of the greater number, then it will be exact. So now we have an example here. Add -2 plus -3. So naka-enclosed siya sa parenthesis kasi kapag ganun lang po yun, meaning this is not negative but actually minus. Kasi sabihin mo ang 3, that's 3 minus 2, positive 3 minus positive 2. But if you're going to enclose it, that's 3 plus -2. So naka-enclose siya sa parenthesis kapag dala-dala niya yung sign. Pero kung hindi po siya naka-enclose sa parenthesis, that means that sign is actually an operation and not the sign of that number. Okay, so I hope malinaw. Kasi marami po tayong parenthesis na madadatnan as we go through. So let's add -2 plus -3 again sa ating rule. Same sign, add and keep. So we have to add the numbers 2 plus 3, that's 5. And keep the sign. The sign is negative, so we're going to have, the answer is -5. So that's letter C. Again, same sign, add and keep. Keep the sign. Different sign, subtract. Take the sign of the greater number, then it will be exact. Okay, so now let's go to number 2. Let's try the situation or a word problem about addition of integers. The temperature at PM was 30 degrees Fahrenheit. By midnight, it had dropped 41 degrees Fahrenheit. What was the temperature at midnight? So since we're dealing with integers, and in word problems, we use decrease, drop, fall, no? Yun po yung mga clue word ng mga negative numbers. Fall, decrease, dropped. So that, no? We have that too. Okay, ito po yung mga words na nagde-denote na negative po yung number na dinidescribe nila. Okay, so we have the temperature was 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is 30 degrees, no? By midnight, it had dropped 41 degrees, meaning it dropped -41 degrees po yung sign ng ating number. What was the temperature at midnight? So now we're going to add it sa 30 and magiging -11 degrees Fahrenheit yung answer. Bakit? Kasi nga, different signs. Since negative si 41, positive si 30. So we're going to subtract them. Since 41 minus 30, that's 11. Now, take the sign of the greater number. Sino po ba yung mas malaki? Mas malaki, si 41 or si 30? Si 41. Kaya, ano po yung sign ni 41? It's negative. So that's why our answer carries the negative sign, which is the same with the sign of the greater number, which is 41. So that's why we have -11 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? Nasundan ba? Naintindihan? Okay, I'm going to check kung may nanonood na po sa atin. At baka may nagko-comment, no? So just comment down po or if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, clarifications. So I'm just going to read those comments and then answer you immediately if nababasa ko agad. Okay? So now let's go to number 3. If you have any questions, no, kung may mga part kayo na nalilito kayo, you can just replay the video para po mas masundan ninyo yung mga sinasabi ko, yung mga process kung paano i-perform yung mga operations. So let's have number 3. Evaluate negative 15 plus 4. So negative 15 plus 4. So negative 15 plus 4, it means they have different signs, no? So we have to subtract them. 15 minus 4, that is 11. Now take the sign of the greater number, which is 15, and 15 carries the sign, the negative sign. So our answer will also be a negative number. So the answer is letter C. Okay. Next, we have number 4. Add negative 4 plus 8. So negative 4 plus 8. Now we have different signs again. So we have to subtract them. Teacher Tala, do we have to subtract it like 4 minus 8? No, we don't have to do that. You have to subtract it normally as the bigger number minus the smaller number. Kahit pa nauna po yung smaller number, tapos nasa hulihan yung bigger number, you can just get the reciprocal of it, or just subtract it as it is, yung kayang isubtract, kasi hindi naman pwedeng 4 minus 8, okay? So 8 minus 4 is okay. So we can subtract it that way, 8 minus 4. Tapos take the sign of the greater number. The greater number is 8 and the sign of 8 is positive. So our answer is positive 4. That is letter C. Okay. So it's very smooth, no? So our addition of integers, since we don't need to really expand, no? Kasi napakasimple lang po yun ng rules. So 5 exercises or 5 samples lang po, sample questions lang po yung prepare ko, kasi nga we can dwell in the a little hard na subject, na concept, okay? So dito sa addition, so napakasimple lang po ng kanyang mga rules. So that's why we only have 5 examples. But if you want to have more examples, you can actually scroll down my videos. May mga videos pa ako sa basic math under numerical reasoning. So tingnan niyo po yung mga integers doon. May mga mahihirap doon. So you can also challenge yourself in solving those questions. So let's have number 5. Add negative 11 and negative 20. So since they have the same sign, you're just going to add them. So negative 11 plus negative 20, that is 31. Carry or keep the sign, which is negative. So the answer is negative 31. Okay, we're done with the addition of integers. Let's go to the subtraction of integers. If you have any questions before we go through, please comment down para po mabasa ko and masagot ko agad, okay? So let's have subtraction of integers. So in subtracting integers, pare-pareho lang po siya sa addition, but the difference is may na add na rule, okay? So sabi niya sa subtraction of integers, if you have to change the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, wait. Ano ba yung mga parts? Okay, the minuend and the subtrahend. Okay, so we have minuend. So these are the parts of the subtraction, no? So in a subtraction sentence, we have, for example, Maria played a game in which she lost 6 points, that's negative 6, gained 15 points, and then 8 more. So she gained 8 more. How many points does Maria currently have in the game? So she has 15 and 8. So 15 plus 8, that is 23, tapos minus 6. Okay, so we have 23 minus 6. So it's just like subtracting whole numbers. So we can just directly answer 17, right? Okay. And then take the sign of the greater number, which is 17. So sa dito, sa rules niya sa integers or rules niya in subtracting integers, you have to, this is the minuend, no? Ito po yung minuend. At ito naman si subtrahend. Sabi niya, in subtracting integers daw, you need to change the sign of the subtrahend. So, for example, we have 23 minus 6. Now, this will become, since this is positive 6, we're going to have negative 6. So, we have 23 tapos negative 6. And then, proceed to addition of integers. So, ayan. So, 23 minus 6 will become 23 plus negative 6. Ganon. And now, you're going to proceed to the rules of addition of integers. So, the addition of integers says that same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. So, since these are, or they have different signs, so we're going to subtract them and they will get, okay, nalamok. So they will have 17 and then the greater number is 23 and it carries positive sign. So that's why our answer is 17. That's letter C. Okay, again, rule natin sa subtraction, change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. So magiging plus na siya after changing the sign of the subtrahend. Now, after that, you go to or you proceed to the rules of addition. So the rules of addition says same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Take the sign of the greater number, then it will be exact. Okay, so the answer is letter C, 17. Now let's try another problem. In New York, the temperature was negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning. If the temperature dropped 8 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature now? So we have negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit. If the temperature dropped, it means minus, no? Minus 8 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the temperature now? Again, after writing the given, you're going to change the subtrahend, which is 8 degrees Fahrenheit, and that will be negative 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Tapos si minuend will be the same as it is, at saka proceed to addition. So negative 16 plus negative 8. So that is same sign, add. You have to add that. So we have 24 degrees Fahrenheit and keep the sign. So that's negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's letter C. Okay. Next, number 3. Mount Everest is 29,028 feet high. Mount Kilimanjaro is 19,340 feet high. How much taller is Mount Everest? So what we're going to do is subtract the height, height of the Mount Everest, which has 29,028 feet high. Subtract natin sa 19,340 over. So it's just the same as you subtract a whole number. So we're just going to, or positive numbers. So we're just going to do it like that. Or if you want to really follow the rules of the subtraction or the subtraction of integers, so you're just going to change the subtrahend's sign and then proceed to addition. But you can also do as what you have normally solved before. So we have 8 minus 0, that is 8. 2 minus 4, that cannot be. So we're going to borrow 10 from 0, but 0 can't offer anything. So 0 will borrow from 9. And this will become 10, So 2 will borrow from 10, and 10 will become 9, and then 2 will become 12. So 12 minus 4, that's 8. 9 minus 3, that's 6. 8 minus 9, that can't be. So we will also borrow. We will borrow from 2, and 8 will become 18. 18 minus 9, that's 9. So, Mount Everest is 9,688 feet taller than Mount Kilimanjaro. So the answer is letter A. Okay, next number 4. Jan has 12 apples and he gives away 5 of them. How many apples does he have left? So, napaka-simple lang ng tanong. So, you don't have, if you can if you want to save as much time as you can just you don't have to solve every problem if it's easy as this, but if you want to make sure na hindi po kayo magkakamali, you can just directly write the given numbers 12 and 5. So but it says gives away, drop, decrease, it means minus or negative. So 12 minus 5. Okay, so 12 minus 5, that is 7. Take the sign of the greater number, so that's 7. That's letter A, positive 7. Next, number 5, the current temperature in Texas is negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature in Alaska is currently at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. How many degrees lower was the temperature in Texas? So meaning we're going to look for the difference between the temperature in Texas and the temperature in Alaska. So that is negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit minus the 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that is how many degrees lower was the temperature in Texas. Okay, we have what we're going to do is change the sign of the greater of the subtrahend. So this will become negative 12 plus negative 95. That is 107, negative 107 degrees Fahrenheit. That's letter D. Next, number 6. When negative 11 is subtracted from 25, the difference is when negative 11 is subtracted from 25, so we have 25 from 25, so it means 25 will be the minuend minus negative 11. Now again, dito po mas angkop yung pag-change ng sign ng subtrahend. Kasi if you're going to answer that directly without changing the subtrahend, you will have 25 minus negative 11. So you'll definitely subtract it, right? Since it has different signs. 25 is positive, 11 is negative. So you will subtract that right away. But in subtraction, since negative or minus po yung ating operation, you need to change this to positive 11. So that will be 25, tapos proceed to addition. So that will become plus. Tapos yung negative 11 magiging positive 11, and that will yield 36, positive 36 numbers. So we have two answers. It's letter B or D. The answer is letter B or letter D. So whichever you want or whichever you like, whichever letter you like. Okay, so it may be or D. But in CSE, I hardly saw anything or any choices na magkapareho po yung choices, but meron po yung mga repeated na mga questions or repeated na mga items. So be careful with that, and I advise you to stick with your first answer. Huwag niyo pong ibahin kasi sayang po yung answer niyo kung tama po yung sagot niyo tapos magkaiba. So it means you are taking the 50-50 no chance. Ano ba yun? 50-50 ba? Sa statistics. But kung mali naman, so that's a risk that you have to take. But you have to, I advise you have to trust your first answer and do it with the same item. Okay? So wag po kayong pa iba-iba ng sagot sa mga same na items. Okay, now let's go to number 7. What is the difference if 17 is subtracted from negative 38? So since negative 38 is our minuend, tapos i-subtract natin si 17, ayan. So directly, if you're not going to change its subtrahend, you will minus that or you will subtract that. But first, since 17 is a positive number, we're going to change that to negative 17. Tapos negative 38 will stay as it is, and tapos we're going to proceed to addition. So 38 plus 17, right? Since they have the same sign. 38 plus 17. So that is 15, 5. That's keep the sign, negative 55. That's letter C. Right? No? Napaka-easy lamang ng integers, performing operations of integers or in integers. But kung nalilito po kayo, hindi po talaga, and you have to be very careful with the signs, no? Kasi dun po talaga kayo mahihirapan or magkakamali. Kasi kahit isang guhit lang yan, isang dash lang, maliit na dash yan, that carries the decision kung i-add mo or isa-subtract mo. So that's why it's very important. Napakaliit na detalye lamang yan, pero napaka-importante. Okay? So that's why you have to be very careful. Now let's go to number 8. One day in the Gobi Desert, the temperature was 120 degrees Fahrenheit. In the Sahara Desert, a temperature is negative 55 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded. What is the difference between these two temperatures? Okay, so we have 120 degrees Fahrenheit minus negative 55. Okay, so since it's already minus, no? Tapos negative, so that means we have to change the sign of the subtrahend, and it will become 120 plus 55 degrees. So that is 175 degrees Fahrenheit. That's letter letter B, sorry, 175. That's letter B. Next, number 9. The low temperature in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia today was negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit. The low temperature in Vancouver was 50 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the difference in the two low temperatures? So we have 50 degrees, no? Tapos will be subtracted by, or we have to get the difference between negative 2 and 50. So we have to subtract it with negative 2. Now we have to change the subtrahend sign, and it will become positive 2. Tapos plus na kay 50. So that's positive 52 degrees Fahrenheit. That's letter C, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, next, number 10. When negative 18 is subtracted from negative 25, so meaning yung miniwan natin is negative 25 minus negative 18. So we need to change the sign of our subtrahend, and it will become plus na, no? Tapos magiging positive 18. So in adding integers, you need to add same signs and subtract different signs. So since they have different signs, so we have to subtract them. 25 minus 18, that is 7. Take the sign of the greater number, which is negative, and the answer is negative 7. So we have two answers here, A and letter D. Okay, that's the answer, number 10. Next, we're done with adding and subtracting integers. Now, I hope na master niyo po yon, and don't forget our jingle sa ating adding or setting rules in adding integers, kasi in subtracting you need to proceed to the rules of addition of integers. So you need to always remember, you sing that, same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract, take the sign of the greater number, then it will be exact. So that's it. Yun po yung addition. Sa subtraction naman, isa lang po yung na-add na rule. First is you have to change the sign of the subtrahend, and then proceed to the rules of addition. Okay? So now let's go to the multiplication of integers. Dito naman, kung sa addition and subtraction, you have to add and keep the sign. Keep the sign kapag same signs. Dito naman sa multiplication, kapag same signs, the answer will take a positive number. And kapag different signs, the answer will get or will take the negative sign. So for example, we have negative 3 times negative 2. So we're just going to multiply the number as it is, like a whole number. So we have 3 times 2, that's 6. Now, since they both have or they have the same signs, so 6 or our answer will take a positive sign or positive 6 or just 6. Okay, so ganyan po. But if it is negative 3 times 4, but if they have different signs, just multiply the numbers as it is. 3 times 4, that's 12. Now for this sign, for different signs, the answer will take negative sign. So that's negative 12. Again, since negative 3 and positive 4 take different signs, so that's why our answer will take negative sign. For negative 3 times negative 2 naman, since they have the same signs, you're going to get or take positive sign sa answer niya. Okay? So let's try number 1. During summer, the height of the water in a pool decreased by 5 inches each week due to evaporation. So we have decreased, negative 5 inches po yung binaba niya every week. What is the change in the height of the water over a 7th week period? So we have to multiply negative 5 times 7. So since just multiply the number as it is, 5 times 7, that's 35. And the sign will be negative since they have different signs. So the answer is letter C. Negative 35 inches. That's letter C. Next, number 2. Jason made 10 two-point baskets. Meaning, 10 po yung 2-point na na-shoot niya na sa basketball. So that's 10 times 2, right? So that will be 20. Jason made 10 two-point baskets. That means in this situation, he was able to score 20 points already for the team. And 2 3-point baskets. So meaning dalawang tres. So that is 6. So meaning he was also able to score 6 points from shooting 2 3-point baskets in Friday's basketball game. He did not score any other points other than these scores. How many points did he score? So again, just multiply 10 times 2, that's 20. 2 times 3, that's 6. And then you just add 20 plus 6, that's 26. 26 lahat po yung points na na-score niya in that game. Okay? Napaka-easy lamang. You just have to understand what the problem wants to say, what to tell, and what is being asked. Okay? Now we have number 3. After vigorous activity, your heart rate declines 10 beats per minute. Declines, meaning bumaba, negative 10 per minute. How much would your heart rate decline within a 9-minute period? So every minute, nagde-decline siya ng 10 beats. So after 9 minutes, how much would your heart rate decline? So that means you're just going to multiply negative 10 times 9, that is negative 90. The answer is letter E. Negative 90 beats lahat yung nakuha or na-decline sa heartbeat niya after the rigorous activity. Next, number 4. If you have any questions, please remember to comment down para po masagot ko po agad yung mga katanungan at mga nalilituhan ninyong mga tanong. If you're not able to follow what I have said, pwede niyo pong i-replay or i-rewatch yung ating videos. Okay? Now let's go to number 4. Next, number 5. Larry purchased 3 pairs of pants for 24 each and 5 shirts for 18 each. How much did Larry spend? Larry purchased 3 pairs of pants. 3 times 24 is equal to, that's for the pants, the cost of the 3 pairs of pants. So that is 1272. Now 5 shirts for 18 each. So that's 5 times 18. So that's 90. How much did Lori spend? So just add, that's 162. Okay. Next, number 6. The price of one share of a stock fell 1,500 each day. How much value did one share of the stock lose after 8 days? So the price of one share of a stock fell 1,500 each day, no? So we're going to have negative 1,500. How much value did one share of the stock lose after 8 days? So we're just going to multiply it by 8. So that's 0, 0, 40, 120, or 12,000. So that's negative 12,000. That's letter C. Okay? Nakuha po ba? So, 1.5 po yung negative 1.5 po each day, yung rate ng pag-decrease ng share of a stock, the price ng share of a stock. Now, you're going to multiply it by 8 kasi 8 days po yung given na number ng ating problem. So, that's 8 days na duration ng ating problem. So, that's 1.5 times 8, that is 12,000. Next, number 7. A basketball team loses 4 points every 5 minutes. How many points did the team lose after 20 minutes? So, in every 5 minutes, negative 4 po yung nag-negative 4 po yung rate, no, ng ating scores. So, we have negative 4 po yung na-lose niya every 5 minutes. So, in 20 minutes, how many 5 minutes are there? There are 4. So, 4, negative 4 times 4. So, 4 na 5 minuto sa loob ng 20 minutes. So, you're just going to divide 20 minutes divided by 5 minutes. So, you will have 4. So, negative 4 times 4, that's negative 16. That's letter D. Negative 16. That's number 7. Next, number 8. A credit card company charges a late fee for 500 pesos each time a customer fails to pay on time. So, may negative 500, no, na utang or na nababayaran ang customer. A customer missed the payment 3 times last year. At the customer's request and out of courtesy, the credit card company decides to cancel all late fees for that year. Okay? So, meaning, ang total na babayaran niya is 500 times 3. That is negative 1,500. Now, how much money was returned? Okay, so we have ang na-return sa kanya from being negative, it is already a positive number. So, that is 1.5. Okay, how much money was returned? That's 1,500. Next, number 9. The temperature drops by 3 degrees for 4 hours. What is the total drop in temperature? So the temperature drops by 3 degrees per hour for 4 hours. So that's 3 times 4. Negative 3 times 4, that is negative 12 degrees. That's letter D. What is the total drop in temperature? That's letter D, negative 12. Next, number 10. A submarine descends 50 feet per minute from sea level. Where is the submarine in relation to sea level 4 minutes after it starts descending? Okay? So, we have 50 minutes per minute and then we have 4 minutes already. So, that is 50, negative 50 times 4. That is negative 200. So, it should be negative 200. So, walang negative 200, but the closest is positive 200. So, the answer is letter C. That should be negative 200 feet. below sea level. So that's negative 200. Okay. Next number, we're already done with the multiplication of integers. Now let's go to the division of integers. We have number 1. As a cold front pass, o ano po ba yung ating rule sa division? So in division, it's the same. Division of integers has the same rule as in multiplication of integers. So you're just going to divide the number as it is, and dun po sa sign magtatalo. So kapag the same sign, positive sign ang answer, tapos different sign, negative sign yung answer. So number 1, as a cold front passed through Temple, the temperature changes steadily over 7 hours. That's hours, huh? That's my H yan. Altogether, it changes negative 21 degrees. What was the change in temperature each hour for 7 hours? So, ilan po ba yung rate ng drop ng temperature per hour kapag nag-change na ito nag-change na ito negative 21 degrees after 7 hours. So, meaning, you're just going to divide negative 21 divided by 7. So, 21 divided by 7, that is 3, right? Tapos, different signs, it will carry a negative sign. So, that's letter B, negative 3. Next, number 2. During an 8-hour period, the temperature dropped 56 degrees Fahrenheit. How many degrees did the temperature drop each hour? So, again, just negative 56 will be divided by 8 hours. So, that is negative 7 degrees. That's letter D. Next, number 3. Mrs. Johnson owes 700,000 on her car loan. So, owe a debt that is negative 700,000 on her car loan. She has 4 children. Each of her children is willing to pay an equal share of this loan. So, meaning you're just going to divide this equally by 4. And so you will get the exact share of each children. So we have 1, 4, that's 3, 30, that's 7, 28, 20. So that's 5, tapos tatlong 0. 100, negative 175,000 ang babayarin or ang utang ng bawat bata, bawat anak. Okay, next number 4. Anna divided an integers x by negative 3. So, dinivide daw ni Ana ang integer x divided by negative 3 and she got 10. Okay, ito po yung number sentence. So, from this, we will be able to get the correct answer or get the value of x. So, before going to the next problem or the next sentence, let us proceed to getting the value of x first. So, again, cross multiply yan. 3 times 10, negative 3 times 10, and then x times 1. So, x times 1 first, x is equal to negative 3 times 10, that's negative 30. So, x is equal to negative 30. Next, let's go to the next sentence. Then she divided the 10 by the integer y and got negative 2. Okay, so with this number sentence, we will be able to get the value of y by cross multiplying again. So we have y times negative 2, that's negative 2y is equal to 10 times 1, that's 10. Divided by negative 2, divided by negative 2, y is equal to negative 5. So we already have the value of x and y. X is negative 30, y is negative 5. Find the quotient of integer x and y. So meaning you're going to divide x over y. Now the value of x is negative 30. The value of y is negative 5. 30 divided by 5, that's 6. What sign will the 6 will carry? It's positive since since 30 and 5 have the same sign. So that's why the answer is positive 6. That's letter B. All right? I hope klaro po yan. If you have any questions, just comment down para po masagutan natin and ma-clarify natin yung mga tanong ninyo. Number 5, Carla bought a bus pass. That is bus. Carla bought a bus pass for 30 pesos. Every time she rides a bus, 2 pesos bus fare is deducted from the available balance on the pass. How many times will Carla be able to ride the bus? Okay, so we have 30 pesos. Divide natin sa negative 2 since i-deduct po yan. So that is negative 15. Negative 15 po yung dinenote ng negative 15 po yung times. Negative 15 times po yung i-deduct sa money niya, sa pass niya para maubos yung 30 pesos. Pero since the question asks for how many times, meaning it should be denoted by a positive number kasi it's asking for a counting number, how many times. So, the answer is letter. It should be positive 15, no? How many times will Carla be able to ride the bus? It's 15 times. Positive 15 times, not negative. Negative 15 denotes the net change. The change. How many times will it be deducted? No, that's negative 15. No? Not deducted. How many times you have to deduct negative 2 to make the balance 0 or to yung magamit lahat yung balance na nasa pass. So that's negative 15. Pero kapag yung problem kasi is asking how many times will Carla be able to ride the bus. So it should be denoted with a positive number since it's asking for a counting number. Now, how many times will Carla be able to ride the bus? 15 trips. 15 trips. Wala namang negative sa ganyan, okay? How many times? How many months? How many trips will Carla be able to ride now? Ganon. So that's 15, positive 15. Pero dahil walang positive 15 sa ating choices, the answer is negative 15. So ganon lang po yun sa CSE. Kapag na-check nyo na po yung lahat na i-check na na-review na ninyo, yung lahat na dapat i-review in solving, tapos yung sign lang, yung difference or napaka-close lang ng answer sa isang choice. So you answer the closest, no? Yung pinaka-close na choice sa inyong answer. Okay? Number 6. On a certain day, the temperature changed at a rate of negative 3 degrees per hour. How long did it take for the change in temperature to be negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit? So since we're asking for how long, no? Yung oras, wala namang negative sa oras, no? So negative 3 degrees. So yung 15, negative 15, we will divide that by negative 3, that is positive 5. So okay lang din kasi positive naman yung answer, okay? So positive 5. That's 5 hours. It will take 5 hours for the temperature to reach negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, number 7. Betty and Venus are competing in a diving competitions. Betty's dive ended negative 30 meters from the starting platform. Venus' dive ended negative 6 meters from the starting platform. How many times farther was the end of Betty's dive than the end of Venus' dive? Kapag difference, you just simply subtract negative 30 minus 6. But since it's asking for how many times farther, so meaning you have to divide negative 30 divided by negative 6. So same signs that will take positive and a positive answer. So negative 30 divided by 6, that is 5. So it should be positive 5. It is 5, Betty's dive is 5 times farther than Verna's dive. Okay? Next, number 8. When the product of negative 5 and negative 18 is divided by 3, the quotient is blank. So when the product of negative 5 and negative 18, meaning you have to multiply negative 5 and negative 18 first. 5 times 8, that's 40. 5 times 1, that's 5. So meaning it has positive 90. 90 will be divided by 3. So that's 30. Positive 30. The answer is letter C. The quotient is 30. Positive 30. Next, number 9. A bus can hold 120 passengers. If there are 12 rows of seats on the bus, how many seats are in each row? So just simply divide 120 divided by 12. Cancel, cancel. That is 110. Is equal to 10 seats in each row. That's letter B. Next, number 10, Santi bought a used car for 50,000 from her neighbor. She agreed to pay the neighbor 10,000 each month until the debt was paid in full. So that's negative 50,000 divided by 10,000. So that is 5. No, negative 5. How many months will Santi have to make the payment? Since it's asking for the counting number of months, no? How many months will Santi have to make the payment? Wala namang negative 5 months. So it should be denoted in a positive number. So that should be 5 months, not negative 5. So that's 5 months. That's letter A. Okay. Now we're done with the basic operations in math. So that's it muna, no? I hope na naintindihan niyo po ang mga basic operations in answering or in solving integers. So sa susunod naman, we're going to apply them all, no? Magsasolve tayo ng number sentences applying what we learned from adding, subtracting, dividing, and multiplying integers using the rule of PEMDAS. Okay, so we are going to discuss that further in the next session, in live session. Okay, thank you so much and have a good night. See you, Z Warriors, and I hope you will have a good night. Bye.